Shawn, finally you don't get to play ranked teams this weekend. I mean, it was a tough 4 game stretch there. But what did you guys learn from that 4 game stretch, and how do you apply it to this weekend when you go on the road to Dartmouth and Harvard?
Yeah, I thought obviously coming out of the break, you hope that we're ready to go. I thought obviously against Quinnipiac, they were a little more ready. Obviously the score dictated that. I thought our game was a little bit better the next night against Princeton. Started to build a little bit off of the break, and then actually, thought we played a really good hockey game against SLU. Obviously didn't come out on the right end of that one, but I thought we were building correctly. And then Clarkson came in, and that juggernaut, they took it to us a little bit. So kind of had a little setback there on the Saturday afternoon game, but for us, we're still in a good spot. Kind of everything is really up to us at this point, which is great. We're not having to worry about anybody else either win or lose games. It's up to what we want to do, and the girls know that. We've talked about it, and hopefully we get a good week of practice here and be ready for this weekend.
This is a program the last couple of years that had rough second halves. I mean, last year the team lost 13 in a row to close out the season. Yeah, you didn't want to start the second half with 4 losses, but how do you keep the team's morale up and the confidence up, and not try to? Of course, you weren't here last couple of years, so I mean, how do you try to tell these guys that it's okay, we're still in good shape?
Yeah, you know what? Like I think you got to understand the past, and we have brought that up and within the room and understand that this is a whole different hockey team. No matter what, if there's girls that are a part of that from previous years. Obviously, our staff wasn't a part of it, and we don't want to be a part of the 12 or 13 game losing streak. So it's up to our staff to work extra hard and prepare our players moving forward to again put all eggs in one basket, and that's Friday night against Dartmouth, and go from there. Whether that is a win or a loss, but we're going to do our job to prepare our players both on and off the ice as much as we possibly can to flip that script and get back in the win column and again take care of what we can. And right now we're ahead of them in the standings, and that's something that means a lot to us, and we want to stay there.
You kind of touched on it a little bit in your first answer, but how do you guys feel about where you're at right now? Because you look at the record, you're 5-8 in conference, but coming off of a gauntlet of that conference schedule with a nice chunk of it still ahead of you to even make up some ground. Kind of, where do you just feel about where you guys are at?
Yeah, so I think again we were playing teams that predominantly were above us in the standings, and we know that again we essentially control our own destiny to potentially be one of those teams that can host the first round game. And I don't think that that's ever happened here in the past, and that's something that is definitely on our list of something to accomplish, especially being the last year at Mesa. I think that would be a fitting end to the arena to be able to play at least one playoff game, if not hopefully more in the future later this year. But, I think with what's in front of us here the next 2 weekends, 3 important conference games out of the 4 can give us, if we're able to take care of our business, we can separate ourselves immensely and really set ourselves up and put ourselves in the driver's seat to be able to be in one of those 4 spots to host a game.
You beat Dartmouth and Harvard early in the season. What's going to take to repeat and get the sweeps this weekend?
Yeah, I think a lot of what gave us success before that, obviously we had really good goaltending, didn't really give up a lot both of those games. We had timely goal scoring. I think we had a couple power play goals in that weekend as well. So special teams are going to be huge. We obviously gave up a few power play goals against over the last four games, and so we're trying to clean that up, stay out of the box. That always is the easy one, but calls happen, and I think just playing our game. If we can play within our structure, play with pace, play very good defensively, and score timely goals, that's been our recipe in the first half when we had success. We got to get back to that, and I think we'll be okay.